Hello guys, welcome to Smart Future, the future of finance with cryptocurrency. Today we are going to be talking about gold. We're going to be carrying out a top-down analysis on gold to know gold would be, where the focal point on gold would be this week, and how to trade gold for profits as well. And as we all know, to carry out a top-down analysis on gold, we need to start from a higher time frame down to the lower time frame. And looking at the market from the monthly time frame, we can see the market is showing us that it's a bearish engulfing pattern here, and there is a little bit of a retracement back to the upside, of which we could see market from this point of view move up to the likes of maybe 4,800 or even higher, and before deciding to fill up all of this week that has dropped to the downside. But for the time being, we could see market go up, but this is on a longer spectrum. This is on probably a much longer spectrum. So here we cannot start looking for sales immediately until we go down to the daily time frame to know exactly what the market is doing. This is just a much more clearer, more direct information on what the market is going to do in the future. So when we go down to the weekly, we'll get to know, get to have more information. As you can see, there are more informations on what the market is doing and where the market is heading. And as you can see here, there's a lot of confluence in this zone. You could see markets go up and down countless times in this particular zone where market is consolidating countless times. So that means there is a lot of buys and sells going down on in this zone. Lots of institutional buys and sells going down in this zone, and looking for exactly how to move the market. And from the look of things, there's a possibility we could see the market go up a little bit before it chooses to come down to complete or to fill up the weeks. As you can see, there probably might be a lot of institutional buyers waiting in this zone, but for that to happen, there might be a lot of institutional buyers that will push the market back up before we see institutional sales actually pushing the market back down again to fill up more orders in this zone. So for the time being, market is looking like a retracement to the upside. And when we go down to the daily, we could see that this is more candlesticks with more information on daily. We can see here market has created a double top where the market is trying to retrace and complete that movement before really moving down and filling up all of this week to the downside. So there's a definite possibility we see market go back up to complete its retracement to the upside before we see it come down. So there's a possibility that that might also not be the case if it chooses to test 4,800 as resistance. As you can see, it got close to 4,800 once, and it almost it's respected that particular zone as resistance. It was once support on the 50 EMA turn resistance. So yeah, we are seeing the same thing right now happening, and the market is coming down, but that is not the latest information. The latest information is here, which is a W pattern we can see in the market, telling us exactly what the institutional buys are doing in the market for now, which equally means that we could see a short-term retracement back down to fill up the gap that the W pattern has created, which is obviously the role of every single W pattern in the market. When the market has broken out of the W pattern, it comes back down to test the neckline of that W pattern before we see continuation to the upside of the W pattern. So there's possibly a lot of institutional buys waiting around this zone to pick up a lot of buys before we see market push up again and then go for the higher up in the market. So there's every possibility that might be the case, but until the market gets to 4640 to 4600, we would know for sure if the market is really going to push up or the market is going to disrespect this zone and not respect it as support for another leg up to the upside. So as we all know, market is reactive and not predictive, so we need to look at smaller time frames for entries and exits in the market. So You're going to be looking for positions to get in and positions to get out of in the market. We need to look at either the 4-hour, the 1 hour, or the 30 minutes time frame. So get to know the positions to get in on the market. And as you can see on the 4-hour here, it's showing us very clearly that this current data is a double top, which means the market apparently will come down on a short-term period to the downside and then probably test the 4640 zone, like I said, or even probably come down to 4600, 4620, depending on where most institutional buyers are situated in this zone. So if institutional buyers are even much lower, it will definitely go down much lower, respecting the zone, not respecting it as support as everyone is expecting it to do. So we are going to see our market react in those zones, and then off of that reaction we would be able to make our decisions on whether to place a buy entry in this zone for another leg up, or we're going to wait for the market to see if it's going to break this zone and come down a little bit so we can find more entries on a lower position. So the lower it goes, the more preferable it is for one to get in on a buy entry at a lower price and make all of that money back up to the upside. So for now, the market is coming down, and as you can see here, between the 200 EMA on the 4-hour and the 50-100 EMA on the 4-hour, you can see a lot of confluences happening there, a lot of trading, a lot of buying and selling happening in this zone, which means the zone is very well respected. There's a lot of accumulation in this zone. It's a lot of cash flow in and out of the zone. So you could see the market, like I said, respect the zone countless times without number till it breaks out. So if you're looking for entries in the market, you can get in this particular zone. As you can see, I am in the market around for 700 thereabouts. So you can get in around that same zone to take profit around 4670, and then probably 4640 as your second TP position. I do have here myself first, third, second, and third take profit positions in the market. So when the market takes those positions, I'll be waiting to see how the market reacts on this zone, which is the 4640. As you can see, a wick has already tested that zone and it reacted off of that zone perfectly. So there's a possibility we see a red candle to fill up all of this wicks it has already created, and then probably settle in and create some sort of chart pattern or probably candlestick pattern that tells us whether the market is going to bounce off of here or the market is going to keep going down from here. So that is the end of the analysis on gold. If you wish to know more about forex trading and you wish to probably learn more about it, you can always reach out to me on Telegram, on my Telegram channel. The link will be left in my bio, or text me directly if you wish to learn trading on a bigger spectrum. So you also need to gain access to my private channel to get more than one trading signals a day. You can also do that, and feel free to try and contact me on my Telegram channel for more information about that. But on my channel, which is my Smart Future Telegram channel, you can have access to free signals, daily signals, weekly signals, of which you could trade for profit and get something out of that. And if peradventure you're able to make money from that, you can use that to get in on my private channel, whichever it is the case for you. And if you wish to learn more about trading, to know how to trade yourself, we can also discuss that, and you will know what to do from there. I'll be able to teach you on what you need to know, all that you need to know forex trading, and how to navigate or analyze the market for entries and exits in the market. So once again, I really appreciate you taking out an ample time to watch my video and understand what it is that God has for us, in store for us this week. Do have a blessed day. Thank you. God bless.